The wheel generator is back to predict the upcoming League One 24-25 season. Yes guys, the wheel generator is back and it is here to predict the upcoming League One season. And while we are talking about League One, I've got a quick announcement to make. Obviously, if you are a regular viewer, you will know we do weekly predictions for the Premier League and Championship through the season. Well, next season we are going to have weekly League One predictions with a fellow Championship content creator who is joining me for that, one who is very popular, and I will leave it to you guys to guess who you think that will be joining me next season. But today, as I say, the wheel generator is here to give us some random predictions. If you are easily offended, then don't watch this. It's just a bit of fun. Let's see who the wheel predicts to go down and go up from League One this season. Before we get into the video, let's go for 1,000 likes. Take 2 seconds to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe, especially if you are a League One fan, because we've got loads of content coming to you soon. Like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So then guys, as you can see, we have got a wheel in front of us with all 24 League One teams in the upcoming season on it, and we're going to draw it at random time and time again to see what the wheel's predictions are. Let's go from the bottom, working our way up to the top. So who is going to finish 24th in League One? We've spanned the wheel, and the bottom prediction from the bookies is going to be, it's close, it's going to be Crawley. Crawley Town, who came up through the League Two playoffs. They did fantastic last season. The bookies actually have them to finish bottom, and the wheel generator has them to finish bottom, which is quite interesting. Crawley Town in 24th place. Let's carry on and see who's going down. Remember, of course, 4 teams get relegated from this division, and in 23rd place, oh no, it's close. Oh goodness me, it's Exeter City. It was nearly Huddersfield Town there who've just come down, but it's going to be Exeter. I personally would be surprised if Exeter go down. I think they're a pretty established League One club, but there you go, the wheel has spoken and Exeter will finish second bottom. Still 2 more teams to be relegated. Who's going down next? We've spanned the wheel, and it's, oh, that was nearly Birmingham, but it's going to be Burton Albion. Burton are going down with Crawley and Exeter. And share your thoughts. Is this a realistic prediction so far? Who knows? The bookies could be wrong. The wheel generator could be wrong. But we've still got 1 more team to be relegated. Who is it going to be? In 21st place, it will be... Oh, it's Northampton Town, and I'm a bit gutted for them because I do have a bit of a soft spot for Northampton, but as we said, the wheel has spoken and the Cobblers are backed for relegation with Exeter, Crawley and Burton. Share your thoughts on those 4 teams to be relegated there from the wheel generator. The next team who's just going to be surviving in 20th place, it's going to be Stevenage. Stevenage are staying up by the skin of their teeth. Of course, there is no Steve Evans this time round. They did fantastic last season, Stevenage, but this time round they're moving down the table, but they are staying up. In 19th place, also staying up, just above Stevenage, it will be, it's Peterborough. Now that is an outrageous shout. Peterborough United, of course, were in the playoffs last season. They were in the playoffs the season before, and the wheel generator reckons they'll finish near the relegation zone, but they do think they'll stay up. Of course, Peterborough United are losing a couple of their great players from last season, but still, that would be quite the fall off. Next up then, in 18th place, another team that will be surviving the drop will be... Shrewsbury Town. Okay, Shrewsbury Town back to finish pretty much where they finished last season, if I'm correct. They were certainly near the relegation zone, weren't they? But there you go, Shrewsbury above the drop again. And it's quite interesting. I mean, Peterborough United is certainly the most outrageous shout so far. Exeter to be relegated is a little bit of a wild card, I guess. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's still a lot of the so-called bigger teams left. Are any of them going to finish in 17th place? Let's spin the wheel and find out. Oh, this could be close. It's going to be Wycombe Wanderers. That would be a fall-off from Wycombe, who are a pretty solid League One outfit, but the wheel has got them to finish in 17th place. Let's see who the wheel generator is going to have in 16th place now as we move towards mid-table. Oh, it's close. Who's that? It's Mansfield. Okay. Do you know what? That's not too bad from Mansfield. They've been knocking on the door to get into League One for some time, and they've finished mid-table in their first time, so fair play to Mansfield. We are really getting into mid-table now. In 15th place, it's going to be, I think that's going to be Lincoln City, who were very good towards the end of last season actually. Just missed out on the playoffs on the final day. But this time around, the wheel generator reckons they'll be a bit further down the table in mid-table. Okay, next up, 14th. Who's it going to be? There's a lot of mid-table teams to get through here, and it's close. It's going to be Leyton Orient. I like Leyton Orient. Mid-table would be okay, I guess, but I certainly think in real life they could be looking around the playoffs possibly. But one thing I've got to say is this division looks very competitive for League One level. I mean, there's a lot of big clubs in here, and a lot of these big teams are still on the wheel. In 13th place, the final team not making the top half, it's going to be Cambridge. But I tell you what an improvement that would be on last season. Cambridge United this time round finishing right in the middle, which is pretty good going, I guess. So this is the top half. Let's have a little look at who we've still got. We've got Bristol Rovers, Wigan, Stockport, Rotherham, Reading, Wrexham, Charlton, Huddersfield, Birmingham, Bolton, Blackpool, Barnsley. There's plenty of good teams, and I tell you what, most of these could be looking around the playoffs next season, and certainly some of them will be finishing there in the wheel generator's prediction. In 12th place, it's going to be, oh, it's close. It's Bolton. Oh, okay, that's a big shout from the wheel generator. The wheel generator is going for Bolton to be mid-table after last season. Of course, they lost in the playoff final. Thogden is going to be fuming. But let's keep moving on. In 11th place, it will be, I'm a bit surprised by that Bolton shout, but it is random, I guess. 11th place, oh, it's Blackpool. I tell you what, Birmingham City are flirting with danger. They nearly got drawn out in the last two, but Blackpool mid-table, it's a little bit of a step backwards. Blackpool was sniffing around the playoffs last season. They've dropped down a couple places. I mean, Blackpool, I really like Blackpool. I think a lot of people just like the away day, to be fair. Right, this is our top 10. 4 more teams are going to miss out on the playoffs, and then we've got our top 6. Let's spin the wheel. In 10th place, it will be, oh, it's close, but it's Bristol Rovers in 10th, which is a decent season from the Gas. Last couple seasons, they've been just inside the bottom half, really. But this time around, Bristol Rovers are going to finish just outside the top 6. Okay, we're into the top 9 now. And I tell you what, once again, the wheel generator's predictions could be fairly decent, considering it's done at random. We've got a lot of the top teams still in here. When we did the Championship one the other day, those predictions were fairly good, other than the obvious Oxford United being tipped to win the league, but who knows? Let's see who the wheel generator is going to back to win League One. In 9th place, it's going to be Reading. Okay, that's not a bad shout. I think when we looked at the bookies' predictions, they had them around the playoffs, so that one could prove to be correct. Reading fans, would you be happy with 9th, or do you feel like you've got a real good chance of making the top 6 this season? Only 2 more teams are going to miss out on the top 6 now. In 8th place, it will be Stockport County. What an incredible achievement from them. And I tell you what, I don't think it's impossible Stockport are in the top 8 next season. I really like them as a club. They do things well. Good players, good manager. There you go. 8th place in their first time back in League One. And what an interesting mix this is. Only 1 more team is going to miss out on the top 6. And painfully missing out, it will be Barnsley. Oh, Barnsley coming up just a bit short this time round. oh, it's a bit of a painful one to swallow, but they're definitely going to be in the mix this season for sure. The wheel generator has them in 7th. And this is the top 6 then. Wigan, Rotherham, Wrexham, Charlton, Huddersfield, Birmingham. I mean, that's a bit... the fact that the 3 relegated teams are all in the top 6, I suppose that could come true. Let's see who's going to come in 6th place then. That's going to be Wigan Athletic. It's a good season from Wigan, who are getting back on their feet now and pushing towards the playoffs. There you go. 6th place for Wigan. Like I say, Huddersfield, Rotherham, Birmingham, Charlton and Wrexham. A right old interesting mix here. In 5th place, it will be Wrexham. Wrexham are going to finish in 5th place. What a return to the 3rd division of English football for Wrexham, who are on an incredible journey. And the bookies do think they'll be up there, and the wheel generator thinks they'll be up there. 5th place for Wrexham is incredible. And now this is our top 4. And the 3 relegated sides are still there with Charlton. What an interesting mix this is. Okay, in 4th place, it will be... Is that Charlton? No, it's Rotherham. Steve Evans has guided Rotherham to a 4th place finish, which is some going, to be fair. I mean, they look strong. Steve Evans has been promoted before and with Rotherham, and some of the business they've done looks pretty good. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Rotherham up there. And one more team is going to finish in the playoffs before we get on to our top 2. In 3rd place, it's going to be, I think that's going to be Huddersfield Town. It is. So Huddersfield finish in 3rd place. I mean, that's quite interesting looking at the playoffs there. You've got Huddersfield versus Wigan, and you've got Wrexham versus Rotherham. We could have an all-Yorkshire playoff final between Huddersfield and Rotherham, which would be crazy to see the blue and the red at the opposite ends of Wembley. But the top 2 are Birmingham City and Charlton Athletic. Let's see who's going to be runners-up this season. In 2nd place, it will be... Oh, I think that's going to still be Charlton Athletic. This is crazy. Charlton finished 2nd, which is a great achievement. They're a big club, so fair play to them. I'd love to see them get back to the Championship. But that means that the wheel generator is backing Birmingham, who are actually the favourites to win League One next season with all kinds of bookmakers and everything. Let's spin the wheel. I wonder who it might land on. Oh, look at that. What a surprise. It's the boys from the Midlands. It's Birmingham City. There you go. Keep right on, forever true. Keep right on to the royal blue, as UB40 would sing. Birmingham City are going to win League One because the wheel generator has said so. So then, guys, do share your thoughts on that. That is the wheel generator's predictions. That is the 24 teams placed. There is certainly 1 or 2 surprises, as you would expect, with it being a random prediction. But on the whole, I think that's actually not a bad prediction considering it was totally random. There's going to be some people that are unhappy, of course, because their team is lower than where they'd want. But we can't all get promoted, can we? So there you go. Share your thoughts. And if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. We're going for 1,000. Make sure to subscribe as well. And as I said, we have got League One content coming on a weekly basis next season with a very popular Championship content creator. Who might that be? Let me know down in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.